All right, Math 1, today is the 31st. Please make sure that you put your name and the period. Please also put today's date, okay? All right. This is what you did on yesterday. I wanted to make sure that if you submitted this already, that's fine. But I wanted to make sure because we had some questions about it that I went over the problems. Some of them. I'm not going to do all of them because I'm going to go to the sheet that I need you to complete and submit today. It says, does this function represent exponential growth or decay? Look at this. It's growth, because growth, remember, is your B for growth has to be greater than 1. But also, when you see it broken up like that, it's plus R. Okay? So this is still growth because you're adding the percent. So this is going to be exponential growth. Okay? All right. The initial value is going to be 1,200. Okay. And the rate, remember to find your rate, when we wrote this at the top yesterday, you use this formula to find your growth rate, and to find your decay rate is B is equal to 1 minus R. This is the formula used to find the decay rate. So I'm going to use the formula since this is growth. I'm going to use this formula right here. B is equal to 1 plus R. You can kind of look at this. You already can look. See, it's breaking it up for you. This is the 100% and this is the rate. So it's already telling you that your rate is 30%. Your R as a decimal is equal to 3/10. As a percent, you move the decimal twice, so this is going to be 30%. Okay? All right, let's look at this one. Again, it's yeah, you're subtracting the percent. So again, this is decay. Okay, so number 2 is decay. All right. So now your initial value is 55 here. Okay. And don't forget that you have your A or your C minus R to the X power. This is the initial value or the starting or the y-intercept. Look in your notes. This is the 100% and this is the rate. Okay. All right. So let's look at the decay. All right. So again, you can look at it and tell what it is. Look, this is your R. Your R as a decimal, because it's already broken up. That's the place of the R. The R as a decimal is this. So to write that as a percent, you move the decimal twice. This is 2% decrease. Okay. All right. 2% decrease. All right. Let's do this one. Do you see how this one is not broken up like the other two, the first two was? But my B here is greater than 1. So again, this is exponential growth because B is greater than 1. The initial value is the 100. Okay, sorry. The initial value is the 100. And then, let me move this over some. And then the formula you use is B is equal to 1 plus R. So your B again is this number right here in the parentheses. This is your B. So you plug that in here. 1 plus R. And now you solve for R. So when you solve for R, you're going to subtract 1 on both sides. This is going to give you 25 hundredths. Okay. So this is going to be 25%. Okay. That decimal converted to a percent. All right. Let's look at one like this one. This, your B here is less than 1. So this is decay. Okay. The initial value is 5,575. Okay. And you're going to use the decay formula. B is equal to 1 minus R. So we're going to take the B and we're going to plug it in for B here, which is going to be 65 hundredths. So we're going to solve for R by subtracting 1 on both sides. Look at that. So you got, 65 hundredths minus 1. So that's going to be a negative. You see it? All right. So this is a negative 35 hundredths. And 1 is gone, and we're left with negative R. So you're going to divide both sides by a negative 1. Oh, this should be a negative. I'm sorry. Both sides by a negative 1. I'm so sorry about that, y'all. And that's going to make this a positive 35 hundredths and a positive R. This is a decimal. You change it to a percent by moving the decimal twice. So this is 35%. Okay. All right. Same thing that goes for this one. Again, this one right here is greater than 1. So this is growth. Okay. This one is less than 1. So this is decay. The starting amount or the initial value is 14,000. And then you're going to use the formula. I need a little bit more space because last time I ran out of space. B is equal to 1 minus R. You're going to substitute this B, that is 92 hundredths. To get R by itself, you're going to subtract 1 on both sides, right? Remember, look, type in that 92 minus the 1 so you can see it. See that? Okay, so this is a negative 8 hundredths and a negative R. Divide both sides by a negative 1. That's going to make this positive. So here it's going to be positive R is equal to, even though this is going to be decay, so this is going to be 8% decrease. Okay, it's an 8% decrease. All right, and that's how you do those. All right, let's look at, please make sure that you can ask the sub to give you your paper back. It's still in the basket if you feel like you've gotten these wrong or you didn't show work. You're not going to get 100% credit if you didn't, if you didn't show your work. All right, put your name on this sheet. Again, your name goes at the top. You're going to turn this in at the end of class as well. Please, I don't need 100 people getting up to put their papers in the bin, okay? Please make sure that you wait to the end of class or wait till the sub dismisses you to put it in the basket. But 100 people don't need to be getting up. All right, please make sure you put it in the basket. All right, so let's look at this one. Number 9, it's saying the first year of charity walk event had an attendance of 500. Okay, attendance Y increased 5% each year. Okay, increase, this is growth, and since it's increasing 5% or a common ratio, it's exponential growth. So write the exponential growth function. So remember, it's the exponential growth function is y is equal to c parentheses 1 plus r raised to the t or x power. Okay, because in these problems, your x is going to be some kind of time. So they just go ahead and use the variable t sometimes instead of using x. So the the equation, starting amount is going to be 500 in attendance that first year. 1 plus, and your percent is 5%, so write that as a decimal, okay, to the x or t power. This is the equation for that situation. B, how many people will attend the 10th year? Year, 10th. So here, your x attendance, your years is 10. So you replace, look, And remember, to the nearest person. So no decimal. So you're going to round. So here you have y is equal to 500 times 1 and 5 hundredths to the 10th power. So let's type that in so we can see what our answer is going to be. We have 500 times 1 and 5 hundredths, caret key 10. Okay? So this is going to give us, look, so we can't have part of a person. So this is going to be about 814 people. This is a 4, so we're going to leave this at 4 because if it was a 5, we go up to 5, 5 or greater, you know. So this is going to be about, squiggly lines is about 840 people. Okay? All right. Let's look at number 10. It says the population of a small town was this. This is the population of a small town. Okay? In this year right here. The population increases by 4% every single year. So again, this is growth. So you have y is equal to c parentheses 1 plus r to the t or x power. So this is going to be y is equal to the starting amount. This is the starting year. That's the first year they gave us. That's what we have to go by. 3,600 times 1 plus 4% a year. Write 4% as a decimal. Please don't forget to do that. To the x or t power. This is the equation for that situation. Okay? Now, what is it going to be 2025? Look, subtract those years. That's 20 years from now. Do you see how this was the starting year? And they want to know what it is in this year. So that's 20 years later. Okay? So my years here is going to be it's going to equal to 20. All right? So I'm trying to find 20 years. So it's y is equal to, okay, rewrite the equation and substitute 20 for the years. Okay? And then again, we're going to estimate to the nearest person. Okay? All right, so now let's go down. Um, just about all of these you do the same way. Now, when you get to one that says decreasing, you're going to use minus instead of plus. So, do you see the yearly profits of the company starts off with this? Okay, that's the amount there. All right, 25,000. The profits have been decreasing by a percent. That's bad, right? So we're going to do exponential decay. Y is equal to c parentheses 1 minus r to the x or t power. So that's going to be y is equal to, we got 25,000 parentheses 1 minus, we're going to write 6% as a decimal to the x or t power. Okay, that's the equation. Now the profits, what will the profits be in 8 years? So we're going to replace x with 8 years. The nearest dollar means you need 2 spaces behind the decimal. Okay, so you're going to round to the nearest hundredths place, 2 spaces behind the decimal. You're going to substitute 8 here. Okay, please make sure that you finish this. This should take you no time to finish. And I want you to work on your I ready because some of us do not meet those deadlines like we should. So we need to use the rest of the class time after you complete this to work on I ready. Turn this in. Don't get up. Turn this in as you walk out the door or unless the sub decides to take this up when you're finished. Do not have that sub telling me that you all are talking during this time instead of using this time to complete iReady. Thank you all so very much. I love you so very much, and I pray that you have a great day. All right. Bye.